You felt it 100 times. Your dog drifts over, lets his chin drop onto your leg, and stays there, almost like he's too tired to lift it. You think he's just napping or begging for a nap spot of his own. But here's the part that surprises people, that gentle wait is one of the clearest love notes your dog can send. Today you'll learn 12 quiet signals your dog uses to say, "I love you," and by the end you'll know exactly how to respond so your bond deepens. Stick around because number 9 changes everything. You might see him nudge his nose into your hand. You shrug it off as, just sniffing, right? Actually, that nose push is your dog's version of a hug. Animal behaviorists call it contact seeking. He's mapping your scent. You smell safe. You feel like home. What to do next? When he leans in, pause your scrolling, lift your hand, and let him circle it, gently praising him. That simple acknowledgement tells him you feel it too. Later on, you notice he turns his head at an odd angle, tilting one ear down and one up, and fixes you with wide eyes. Maybe you think he's puzzled by a sound. But research suggests that head tilts help dogs gather more visual information and show they're fully tuned into you. It's their way of saying, "I'm listening. I'm here." So join him. Mirror the tilt. Talk in a calm, low tone about what you need. He'll associate your voice with that intimate moment of shared focus. Now watch his eyes. See that slow blink, the one that feels like a soft exhale? We humans call it flirting. Dogs call it bonding. When your dog slows his blink while gazing at you, he's offering a canine kiss. In wolf packs, slow blinks signal trust and safety. When he gives you that look, odds are he feels relaxed and secure. Your move, slow blink back. Hold eye contact for a second, then let your lids droop. That tiny exchange calms your dog and builds trust every time. If you recognized your dog's slow blink and head tilt, the guide in the description will help you decode more subtle body language signals. Just open the link below. It breaks down each gesture step by step, so you'll never miss one of your dog's love notes again. Next, listen for his pause. Sometimes you'll feel a soft tap or a gentle paw on hand when you're working or watching TV. You might be tempted to scold him away. Pause. That tap isn't a demand for food. It's a heartfelt invitation, "Notice me. I'm here." When you respond with a few kind words and a quick pet, you reward his courage to get your attention. Over time, he learns gentle taps earn affection rather than frustration. Then there's the tail. Not the wild wag that greets everyone, but the subtle wag against your leg, slow and rhythmic. If it's low and loose, he's sharing calm contentment, not just excitement. He's saying, "I feel good right now, and it's because of you." Try pausing to feel that brush. No commands. No treats. Just let him wag into the space you share. And before we get to number 9, which many owners mistake for anxiety, you'll notice sometimes your dog will turn his head away from you during a cuddle session. It seems odd, why look away when you're both relaxed? That's his way of keeping emotions balanced. By looking away, he says, "I trust you to lead here." You can smile, pet him, and let him know it's safe to look back. That brief glance away actually deepens his love for you. Stay with me. Up next is number 7, a move so quiet most people never see it, but once you do, you'll understand your dog's heart in a whole new way. Number 7, why does your dog lean into you the moment you settle on the sofa? It's not just for better scratching. It's a silent, "I'm yours." Instinctively, dogs huddle in packs for warmth and safety. When he presses his body against you, he's tapping into that ancient comfort. Animal behaviorists note that physical closeness floods both of you with oxytocin, yes, the same bonding chemical that kicks in when we hug loved ones. Emotionally, he's saying, "You're my safe place." Next time he leans, pause your scrolling. Rest your hand on his flank. That gentle pressure tells him you understand his need for closeness, and his affection will deepen. Number 8. What's behind that gentle paw draped over your arm during your morning coffee? It's not a demand for more belly rubs. It's a little, "I value you." Biologists point out that in wolf packs, a touch like this is a signal of trust and camaraderie. By lifting a paw, he's testing the boundaries of friendship, asking, "Can I count on you today?" On a deeper level, he's including you in his internal pack roster. When he taps you, acknowledge the gesture. Speak his name softly and let your fingers curl around that paw. In that moment, you validate his confidence in you, and you both feel a boost of shared connection. If you recognized your dog in this subtle paw drop, the guide in the description shows you exactly how to read these gentle nudges and turn them into a calmer daily routine. Open the link below to learn the step-by-step approach. Number 9. Why might your dog suddenly freeze mid-play and sidestep you? Many owners chalk it up to anxiety or react by scolding. But research suggests it's a calming signal. He learned to keep the group relaxed. Dogs evolved these signals to prevent conflict, to say, "I mean no harm." A sideways step with a slightly averted head is his way of whispering, "Let's stay cool." If you rush in or correct him, you break that trust. Instead, mirror his move. Give him a gentle nod and continue play at his pace. That respect fosters security, and he'll grow more confident sharing space with you. Number 10. What about when he rests his chin on your knee after a long day? It feels like he's claiming a throne. Instinct tells him that leaning keeps the pack together. From a scientific lens, that pressure against your leg releases both your endorphins, reducing your stress, and his. Emotionally, he's murmuring, "I'm grateful you're here." When he settles in, resist the urge to shift or push him away. Offer a soft scratch under his chin or a low whisper, "I'm here, too." That silent exchange cements your role as his anchor. Stay tuned for item 11, a behavior so understated you might mistake it for boredom, but it's actually your dog spelling out utmost devotion. Next up, you'll discover why those long, slow yawns during cuddle time are nothing like human boredom. Keep watching and keep decoding your dog's language. Number 11. Why does your dog yawn in your arms when you're both quiet? You might assume boredom or fatigue, but it's actually empathy in action. Dogs co-opt yawns as a calming signal, an echo of your own rhythm. Ethologists have observed that when people and dogs mirror yawns, stress levels dip. By yawning beside you, he's saying, "I feel your calm, and I want to share it." The next time he stretches that big jaw across your lap, soften your breathing and exhale slowly. Your composed reply tells him you're in sync, and that deepens his trust. Why does he also sometimes give you those slow, deliberate blinks when you pause to look at him? You might think he's just sleepy, but in pack dynamics, a slow blink is a gentle, all clear, signal, a canine kiss of peace. By closing his eyes halfway and reopening them, he communicates safety, "I feel secure with you." If you return the gesture, slow blink and soft eye contact, you confirm his worldview. That little loop of mutual blinking releases bonding hormones, forging an unspoken promise of care and loyalty. And when he then rests his chin on your lap late at night, you might think he's just shuffling for comfort. But that heavy, deliberate lean is an ancestral move borrowed from wolf packs. Leaning on a trusted pack member says, "You're my safety." Animal behaviorists note that steady pressure against your body actually boosts oxytocin in both of you. He's not taking space, he's giving you status, you're his chosen anchor. So the next time his jaw drops onto your jeans, don't shrug him off. Keep still. Lay a hand behind his ear and hold that moment. You'll tell him, "I'm your ground," and he'll trust you a little more every evening. And when he then offers you that gentle kiss, just a soft lick on the back of your hand instead of a full-face wet extravaganza. It's not about salt or taste. This measured, almost hesitant lick is a puppy-time greeting preserved into adulthood. Research into social licking shows dogs reserve this kind of nip for moments of genuine affection, not hunger. Think of it as a handwritten love note. When he pauses with his tongue poised, let him finish the gesture. Then slide your fingers along his muzzle, whisker to whisker. He'll learn that you welcome his little love letter, and that builds a loop of trust and tenderness. And when he then gently nudges the back of your leg with his snout as you read the paper. That's not a beg, it's a silent, "Stay here with me." In his early days, nudges told his littermates, "Don't wander off." Now he's adapted it to you. By pushing against you, he's saying, "You're part of my pack." Lean into that nudge. Give him a soft scratch at the base of his tail. That simple reply cements your role as his family and deepens his confidence. If you've recognized your dog coming in close like this, chin on your lap, soft hand licks, nudges under your leg, the guide in the description will show you how to read every lean, nudge, and gesture, and build a calmer, more connected bond. Open the link in the description now to get those signals crystal clear. Later on, I'll reveal the tiny sound he makes when he's not whining but quietly saying, "I love you," and most owners completely miss it. Stay with me. And here's something else you might have missed, that tiny, soft grunt he lets out the moment your hand glides down his spine. You could write it off as random noise. But ethologists describe it as a content sigh, an involuntary release of tension. In wolf dens, restful grunts show up when young pups nuzzle close and adults settle in. By grunting beside you, he's marking you as his safety nest. So the next time he hums that little sound, match his pace. Slow your breathing. Keep your touch gentle. You'll reinforce that shared calm. Have you noticed how he sometimes lifts a single paw and lays it lightly on your knee? It isn't just a quirky high five. In pack hierarchies, a tender paw hold cements a social bond. That deliberate, almost fragile press tells you, "I trust your decisions." When he extends that paw, pause whatever you're doing. Lay your palm over his. Take a beat. You're saying, "I've got you." He'll learn that his request for closeness is always welcome. And here's the twist, when his tail wag isn't whipping like crazy, but makes a broad, slow sweep, especially the lower half first, it's not boredom, it's contentment dialed to mellow. Researchers note that the lower tail position signals a relaxed state. He's not asking for play. He's soaking in the moment with you. So if you catch that wavy, gentle fan, step back from the treat bag. Just be present. Let him enjoy you without agenda. Have you ever reached down and he rolls onto his back, belly exposed, only to freeze in perfect stillness? That vulnerability isn't a plea for rubs, it's the ultimate, "I trust you," gesture. Wolves only expose their soft underbellies to their inner circle. When he offers that canvas, don't dive right in, hold a hand just above, inviting him to lean in. He'll feel empowered by the choice, not coerced, and that strengthens his confidence in your leadership. Stay with me. Up next is the signal so subtle you'll barely hear it, but once you do, you'll never miss your dog's whispered, "I love you." Stay with me. Up next is the signal so subtle you'll barely hear it, but once you do, you'll never miss your dog's whispered, "I love you." Why does your dog let out that deep, drawn-out sigh the moment you stop scratching behind his ears? Here's the part that surprises people, it isn't frustration or resignation. It's pure contentment, like a human settling into a favorite armchair and exhaling bliss. Animal behaviorists report that dogs use long, low-pitched sighs to show they feel safe and comfortable. Instinctively, wolves will sigh in the den once they know everyone's calm. So when your pup sighs at your touch, he's marking you as his comfort zone. Next time you hear it, don't rush off. Slow your movements, hold that scratch a beat longer, and know he's saying, "You're my peace." Now, notice how he sometimes nudges your hand with his nose, almost like a gentle tap. Why does he do that instead of barking or pawing? It's another quiet love note. Dogs learn as puppies that a tender nose bump gets caregivers' attention without triggering alarm. Science suggests that this light pressure even releases oxytocin in both of you, strengthening your bond. Emotionally, it's a miniature request, "I want more of you." So if he's ever nudged you mid-scroll or mid-conversation, pause. Place your hand there. Let him feel heard. That installed trust makes him more confident the next time he leans in. And what about when he follows you like your shadow, every room you enter? You might think he's anxious, or bored, or just hungry again. Actually, this constant companionship is an echo of wolf pack behavior. Sticking together kept them safe. Your dog sees you as his pack, his protector, his provider of warmth and routine. Research shows that dogs raised with strong attachment styles stay closer because they feel secure. He's not whining for food, he's saying, "Where you go, I go, because I love you." To honor that, give him brief moments of attention when you're free, drop to his level, offer a calm word, then resume your task. He'll learn that following earns reassurance, not scolding. If you've ever found your dog trailing you from room to room, you're in the right place. In the step-by-step guide in the description, you'll uncover 20 more of these whispered signals, learn exactly why he does them, and discover how to respond in ways that reinforce his trust. Open the guide in the description to start reading your dog's quiet love language today. Coming up next is the gesture so unassuming you might mistake it for boredom. Wait until you learn its true meaning. He doesn't shove his snout into your lap or whine for attention. Instead, his head simply drifts down onto your knee, almost so light you barely notice at first. Here's why that matters: resting his head on you is the canine equivalent of leaning into a hug. In wolf packs, a lower-ranking member will rest its head to show respect and reliance on the leader. In your home, your dog is telling you he sees you as his guiding force. Research into dog-human bond suggests that simple, steady weight against you eases his stress, lowering cortisol and boosting oxytocin. Emotionally, it's a "thank you" note for the security you provide. He isn't bored or settling into a nap spot, he's choosing you as his safe harbor. What should you do next? Resist the urge to shift him off. Instead, let your hand fall to his shoulder or stroke gently down his neck. Hold eye contact for just a second, nod as if you understand exactly what he's saying, and then smile softly. That small pause affirms his trust and deepens his confidence in your leadership. Soon, you'll see that some love notes are even quieter than that. Coming up, I'll show you the one almost every dog owner overlooks, a gesture so subtle, you might chalk it up to daydreaming. But once you recognize it, you'll unlock a whole new layer of connection. Number 9 changes everything. You're midway through an afternoon cuddle when your dog's eyes drift shut in a slow, deliberate blink. You might think he's just zoning out. Stay with me. Here's why that matters: this isn't drowsiness. It's a canine "I'm at peace with you." In wolf packs, a slow blink tells the other wolves there's no threat. In your living room, your dog is signing off on safety and love. Animal behaviorists note that dogs mirror our blinks to build trust. When he offers you that soft, measured wink, he's saying, "I don't need to guard. I'm relaxed because you've got my back." What should you do next? Pause for a moment. Blink back slowly. That tiny exchange cements trust faster than any treat. No flashy toys needed, just two gentle blinks that say, I see you, and I trust you. If you recognized your dog in that slow blink, the guide in the description will help you decode every blink nuance and respond in ways that deepen his trust. Open the link below. Now, number 10, the one almost everyone mistakes. Your dog lies beside you and starts licking your hand or your face with that rough, sandpaper tongue. You may think he's hungry or just wanting a snack. Here's why that matters. Licking is the oldest love language between our two species. Puppies lick their mother's mouth to stimulate her to feed them. When your adult dog licks you, he's reaching for that primal bond. Research suggests that gentle licking releases oxytocin in both of you. It's a thank you for what you do, from filling his bowl to giving him a safe home. He isn't after salt or attention alone, he's trying to comfort you and himself. What should you do next? Let him lick, then gently stroke behind his ears or along his jaw. That quiet reciprocation turns his gratitude into a full conversation you both can feel. That rough tongue is the oldest language between our two species. When you feel it, don't pull away, lean in and let the moment speak. Every one of these 10 signals, from his head resting on you, to slow blinks, to rough licks, is a love note you've likely been missing. They're subtle, but they're profound. They remind us that dogs don't need grand gestures to talk about love. They do it in whispers, a head against your leg, a blink in passing, a lick on your hand. If you've seen any of these signals in your dog, you'll want the dog book step-by-step guide to help you catch every quiet love note and respond in turn. It shows you how to read each gesture, why it matters, and exactly what to do next. Just click the link in the description or pinned comment. The more you tune into these whispers, the louder they become. You'll catch her subtle tail thump against the couch when you pause to tie your shoes, a tiny drumbeat saying, "Don't go without me." You'll notice his little howl tucked behind a yawn when you settle in for a movie. It isn't fatigue or boredom, he's chanting his own soundtrack of contentment, a low-key serenade to your companionship. Here's the part that surprises people, most dogs reserve these quiet calls for their inner circle. They won't bark them out to every passerby at the park. Those soft signals, eye crinkles, half yawns, body lean, are private messages meant for you. When she shifts her weight into your leg as you read, that's her way of fitting your world and hers together, piece by piece. What changes next is simple. Start cataloging these moments in your mind. Notice how his head tilts when you speak in that gentle tone. Observe the micro-moment he tucks his chin into your palm at bedtime. Then, each time he offers a whisper of affection, mirror it. Lean in closer. Nod your head. Speak with the same soft cadence. What feels like small acknowledgement actually loops back to reassure him that his language was heard. Over time, you'll find your dog leaning into that bond more often, because he knows it's a two-way street. In the hush of your shared routines, that's where the deepest conversations happen.